Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2, where last time Lou died and became a BT, and now the BT is trapped back in the container. I feel like this is one of those things where I have to bring up the... Hold on. There we go. Where I have to bring up the corpse. Just to remind myself, like, what actually happened, what any of these things mean. Okay. Also, the corpus. Interesting that the game was kind enough to be like, hey, it's been like a few days since you've last played. We're automatically going to throw you in, yeah. Sam discovers that there's another BB with the same serial number as Lou, and that dead man has died, gone to the beach, has been given a gift of vaccines, which are now no longer necessary as Lou is dead. The particle form of Lou that Sam sees in his BB pod was basically something resembling a BT. Sam's grief plunges him in a deep state of despair. It's resembling a BT. What does that mean? Either way. I have no doubt Sam is dreaming right now. And that is why this mountain climb descent yeah. Is as terrible as it is. Entirely because of the dream. But we will evade these BTs even in our nightmares. But we still don't necessarily know who are the people who attacked Sam, who are the people that attacked Fragile and Lou.
The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou.
Also, Sam is constantly naked in a lot of his dreams. Repatriate. Sam, why does your dead ghost baby have tentacles?
There's nothing I can do to make it right. I know.
The signs of a truly depressed man. A barren, empty fridge.
Sam, stop hurting yourself. Please. Give me the gun. There is nothing left for you here. Nothing but sadness and regret.
Did he not know whether that gun was loaded?
Like this.
Or was he hoping it was? Also, it doesn't help that the first thing I thought of was the IT crowd scene where I don't know the names of the characters because I've only seen clips of the show. But there's a scene where Matt Berry's character finds a gun in his drawer and he's like, "A gun! I wonder if it's loaded." And then he points it at his head and pulls the trigger a bunch of times. He's like, no bullets. I guess it's not loaded." Metal Gear.
Come meet my crew, Sam.
Everybody is constantly crying single tears. Like the crying tech is
Time for you to
is
hit the road.
fantastic,
Start
but
on your journey.
just constantly crying. Episode 2 Lou was really short. I was expecting more out of episode 2 Lou, but I suppose Lou is dead. Also, now why am I weirdly pale like Lou was? Is it the lighting? It's probably the lighting. Or maybe I'm just not eating enough cryptobiotes.
Toxicants successfully purged. Blood alcohol content nominal.
See, what I think I need to do is I need to drink 5 cans of chiral tea.
Looks like someone needed a nap. Hope you like your new private room. Feel free to make yourself at home.
Wait, hold up. Where's the pod? Where's Lou?
Settle down, Sam. Lou's with me. You'll see us soon enough.
Nah. Sam's hunger is somewhat satiated. I'm somewhat reminded of the future pods that heal you in Chrono Trigger, where it's like you've been restored but you're still hungry. Though I suppose this is not necessarily the first time that we've seen characters' physicality representing their mental status, like the horn on Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 5, representing like the violent actions that you take. Use sink. Shall we wash our face? Will that give color to our cheeks? Or have we just been staying indoors for so long that we are in desperate need of vitamin D? Or is his ashy complexion meant to be a metaphor for his presence? Like he himself is a ghost of what he once was. Oh, I was actually supposed to do that.
Welcome to Drawbridge, Sam. And to the DHV Magellan, our mobile base of operations.
Everybody's
How do
gray.
you get your bearings? This is the ship's armory. Here you can check your weapons and put them through their paces. These rooms over here belong to other members of the crew.
And then the camera pans over and there's just one gun.
And the shower's down at the end.
This is one hell of a ship you got here. Courtesy of the UCA, I'm guessing.
No. As I told you, Drawbridge is a civilian outfit. But we do have a generous patron with access to plenty of capital and tech.
Sounds like a UCA big shot.
Don't ask me. We've never met face to face. They value their privacy.
Seriously? No better than to believe that bullshit.
We've both been used and lied to before, it's true. But as long as they keep up their end, I won't pry. This is the headquarters of our humble operation. The bridge of the DHV Magellan. It's always like this when the DHV Magellan's on the move.
Like with
Meet
Tar?
Our resident doctor and geophysicist.
Tarman. Okay.
He's also the captain and pilot, in case you hadn't noticed. And a fellow doom sufferer. The nav console offers a direct connection to the tar current.
Tar currents. The ebbs and flow in a layer of tar between the Earth's crust and the upper mantle. Okay, so that's where the tar came from outside of Sam's house, is apparently there is a layer of tar. Let's see, when the tar first came, it didn't flow at all, but as the dead became stranded in the world of living, a theory posits that this led to the creation of a tidal force that caused the tar to flow. You know, this is just what happens when lore needs to build. When you start needing to create more and more explanations for how the world works. Isn't Magellan the one who traveled the world? It's been a long time since I took a history class. I'm sorry.
The downside being that we all have to bathe in caralium.
Happy to have you aboard, Sam.
It's that guy who...
Have to excuse me
George
if I
Miller,
shake
thank
your
you.
You steer this ship solo?
Yeah.
Is that why they're all
Peter does most of the work.
in grayscale, is because they bathe in beryllium?
Spot on. We dive into the tar and use it to travel underground.
Just beneath the surface of the Earth, there are currents we can ride almost anywhere.
So what's your role in all this?
Me? I make sure Drawbridge's grand plans go off without a hitch.
So you're the commander?
That's right. These days I'm fragile in name only.
So much crying.
So where we headed?
At the moment, we're bound for the plate gate in Mexico. The one that you put on the network for us. Our destination is on the other side. Australia, which we've been asked to link up next.
An excellent reason to bring George Miller along.
That's not the plan, Sam. The UCA isn't looking to expand its borders.
We discussed this last time when you were hooking up Mexico.
Into the network. That's our last, best hope of saving the world. Which is why we're here. Or more importantly, why you're here.
Because we need someone with your skills. Someone with the ability to walk, run, climb, ascend, descend.
Ah, so Lou is the child's name. Hello, excuse you. I too am a member of Drawbridge.
Wait, is this the
believe it or
puppet?
not. It is an honor, Sam.
Is that a puppet?
What? A puppet? No, no. No, I am alive and my own master.
This is Dolman.
Hmm?
A man whose cow wound up stuck inside a... Well, you get it. He used to be a spirit medium.
When I was still flesh and bone, of course. Regrettably, my transformation cost me my talents.
Lou, where are you?
Sam, that pod is empty.
Is Sam hallucinating the filled
You know,
pod?
no one should have to suffer such loss. I understand. Believe me, I do. Which is why, yes, I think you two should go on one more adventure.
What are you talking about?
Well, take Lou. Yes, and link up Australia together. Like you did before in America. I'm sure a lengthy journey will help you to heal.
I guess that would explain how it's something like a BT if it doesn't really exist. Ah, we have color in our skin again. It's just the lighting.
In case you're wondering, my hand is traveling through the tar currents, which is lucky because that's what allows me to keep this ship on course.
I did not ask, sir, but
The DHV Magellan can
now I only have more questions.
provided it's within network coverage. A genuine mobile base of operations.
Still not fully equipped, though. It doesn't have any proper guns.
Need to fix that at some time.
Anyway, the DHV Magellan's here to back you up. As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network. We'll be right behind you, providing you with support. Just so we're crystal clear, Sam. Our mission is to connect the whole Australian continent to the existing chiral network here in North America.
From halfway around the world, how are we supposed to do that again?
By using the Mexican plate gate. One you already put on the grid, remember? To get started, all you have to do is cross over and connect your Cupid to the nearest chiral network terminal. As you extend coverage, we'll move the DHV Magellan to keep up.
And you'll of course be traveling with your child. I mean, that's what Lou would want, right? A grand new adventure with Daddy. I'm excited for you.
Go and get your gear sorted. We'll be waiting.
All right. Do we have an explanation for George Miller's hand? Let's see. The map of the DHV Magellan. When looking at the map of the DHV Magellan, press up, down to change floors. To switch between maps, press L1, R1. Do we really need any of this, though? Are we going to use it? Are we able to explore the ship to our heart's content? All right. We already drank our share of chiral tea.
You ready for another trip with Daddy? Okay, kiddo, let's go.
But also interesting that the game has felt the need to restore the status quo. It's kind of like the fact that, like, let us groom ourselves. Like in Halo, the unfortunate thing about Halo is that it is named after the specific location you've been to. So that when the plot ends, when you've dealt with the Halos, like, Halos must still somehow figure into the plot. Like, we can't just rename the franchise. Dye hair? Let us definitely use the toilet/shower. That's what I was saying. Like, am I really going to be able to walk around the ship? Do I even need a map of a place that I can't even explore? Trying to remember what I was thinking about, but that thought is gone. Hopefully it was not important. It probably wasn't. Let's get out there. Let's connect Australia. APAS has provided us with a new VR training program, the Porter Mastery Program. This one involves a mixture of combat and delivery exercise. Your scores are recorded, so be sure to push yourself to the limit. And then there's those EX grenades that keep BTs away. Taking an interest in the new crew members. Kind of spooky, but I'll accept this cat. Oh yeah, restoring the status quo, Halos, that sort of thing. Like, is Death Stranding still Death Stranding if you don't have a baby strapped to your chest? Who may or may not be alive? Like, is Sam's relationship to Lou the central part of Death Stranding 1, and does it always need to be the central part of Death Stranding sequels?
Knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Yes. Really, Sam? Your buttocks? What about shotgun? I prefer the driver's seat.
Okay, never mind. We've got multiple passengers. How many tiny passengers can we carry on ourselves at a given time?
You think you have a choice?
just now.
You saw that too?
Let's just say it's nothing new. I always got these flashes when I hooked up the pod.
Ah, the bleed-through effect, wherein the BB's memories are conflated with one's own.
But according to Dollman, the pod is empty.
To you before. Though this is a little different.
Yeah, and it's also a different set of memories, so this can't necessarily be Lou. Is this another...
Do you read me?
Is this the other BB?
To Mexico side plate gate terminal. After we've confirmed network coverage, we can take the DHV Magellan and regroup at your position.
So it's quite possible that Lou isn't actually dead. Is maybe this BT that's occupying the pod the other BT that, or BB, that was designated the same number as Lou. And now we are experiencing the memories attached to that BB. Similar to how we experienced the memories attached to Lou. Aw, yeah. Other porters' vehicles. If you find other porters' vehicles while out in the field, they have either been abandoned or have been left for someone else to use. Feel free to jump in and drive off. Oh, we don't have much supplies, do we? We didn't really get a chance to supply ourselves.
Can anybody hear me?
Okay, where are we going? Where are we? How do we... Are we here? No, we're here. Okay, at the DHV Magellan. So, we probably want to go this way? Absolutely perfect route to this gate.
I haven't been outside in a long while. Let's get going. If nothing else, this journey should give you a chance to mourn.
I don't want to mourn. I want to shoot myself in the face.
You know, I meant it when I said I understand how you feel. But if you hold on to the sadness, it will weigh you down like an anchor. However much it hurts, you must carry on and do what only you can do. Grieve, of course. But keep moving, Sam. And when all is said and done, you can take stock. Decide what's next.
Only you can determine the path of your life, regardless of the presence of the tragedy that circles it. Okay, hold on. We are definitely doing a screenshot. There, we need to increase the camera speed. There we go. Cinematic camera needs to be too cinematic. Let's hide this menu. There we go. So cinematic.
Almost there.
And actually, let us take one more of just the gate. I do like the presence of all these particle effects. And the particle effects, I think, work because they do seemingly come out of nowhere and go to nowhere. Like, the problem is when you get larger and larger objects that are treated like particle effects. And then you're like, I can clearly see these items disappearing into nothingness. Like, when, like, leaves in the wind are... Or like newspapers tossed around as seen in like Cyberpunk, or leaves in the wind as seen in like, Greedfall, to try to kind of give clutter to the scene, to make it seem as if it's more lively. Travel through the plate gates to another continent. Is that his sister? Like,
Never seen them before. They almost look like they're on a pilgrimage.
They can just waltz right through the gate like that?
It would seem so. Once you extend coverage into Australia, the chiral network should afford us some additional security. Or at least allow us to maintain a record of whoever uses the gate. It bears repeating that the UCA does not intend to restrict access to it. They only want to ensure safe passage for everyone traveling between the continents.
though it could also very easily be argued that knowledge is power. Information is power.
Brace yourself, Sam. It's a gatequake.
And once again, we're kind of reminded of the idea that is brought up on the menu, where it's like, should we have connected? And that idea seems to stem from the idea that the connections are happening through beaches. The chiral network passes through beaches in order to connect people together so instantaneously. And as more people have been connecting, that's how these gates have been appearing. And as these gates are appearing, we're having more and more of these quakes. Which, considering the fact that the tar is shifting, I would posit a theory that it's the connection of the chiral network that is allowing the tar to shift to create those tidal sensations. And that is what is causing the quakes, is the expansion or the pressure of the tar underneath the surface. But also, I'm trying to explain this from a position of logic, and I feel as though you can only attribute so much logic to the world of Death Stranding. Like I said, I don't remember why there are whales flying upside down. Oh, maybe the whale is flying upside down because the other side is Australia. Is this what everybody sees when they cross the plate gate?
A strange place, if ever I've seen one.
Yes, that's Australia for you. Australia is known for its floating rocks and its rising tar.
Surely a terminal this way. Let's keep moving.
Gotta keep moving. I don't think I want to drive through the tar. But I feel like that's just an assumption I'm making. All right, let's bring the other side of the gate online. And like the idea of the other baby being the replacement for Lou, I feel makes a lot more sense because, okay, Australia definitely seems like it's going to be a lot bigger, which is good because I feel like exploring Mexico was a little bit too short, a little bit too small. But Mexico is the tutorial. All right, so now is going to be the tricky part as somebody who's let's playing the game, is because I've stated several times that this is about the journey, not about the destination. Like, how do I try to keep this interesting while also wandering about the country, hiking one way or another? I suppose in that case, like creating my own paths, creating my own missions. But we'll see where we go.
And you'll be happy to hear we made it here in one piece. Just to let you know, when you come back to the DHV Magellan, our patron would like to talk to you.
Metal Gear. Like, that is so purposeful. That it looks.
Order completed. Well done.
I was gonna say I might as well go to the Magellan just to talk to the patron, but it seems as though that is the main quest anyway. So let us go do that. Let's go talk to our patron who is still secretive from us. Who are they? Where did they get their money? Are they Tommy Wiseau? These are the answers we need.
Thank you, Sam. I'd like you to meet someone.
Do not play on or around.
Hello, Sam. My name is Charlie.
Charlie's Drawbridge's patron.
Hear me out, Sam. I want you to help us bring Australia into the network. Drawbridge has been selected to oversee this critical operation. People saw what you did in Mexico and wanted more of the same.
What are you trying to pull?
There are reasons why I can't tell you who I am, Sam. But to be clear, I'm not APAS, nor am I your enemy.
What, you think I'm just gonna trust the words of some faceless mannequin?
That mannequin clearly has a face, Sam.
The one paying for the ship and this whole operation at considerable personal risk.
Nah, I want to see a face, or no deal.
A face, very well. Since you won't take it from me, maybe it should come from someone you know. How's this? Pick one of your old comrades, and I'll speak to you with their voice. Who would you like? Who would you trust?
I don't trust this any... Who's Lockney? We've already talked to Dead Man. How about Heartman, Nicholas Winding Refn?
Sam, it's Hartman.
No point. The man himself will be joining you on site in Australia.
Die Hard Man?
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
Die Hardman.
All right. Pulling up his profile from the database.
How about now, Sam? Feeling more at ease already, I'm sure.
No.
You tell me, old buddy, if this is a UCA sanctioned op, who knows about it?
You misunderstand. Then again, there's a lot I still haven't explained to you, isn't there? I think it's time a certain someone made an appearance. I'd like you to meet the president.
The new president? The guy who took over after Die Hardman?
Not precisely. The UCA doesn't have a presidential system anymore. Die Hardman was the first and only president, making it one of the shortest-lived single executive administrations in history. One can only guess what he felt about it. Previously, the president was subject to the will of the people via popular vote every 4 years. APAS, however, is far more efficient. It can ascertain public opinion in real time and thereby determine the appropriate course of action. This led to the adoption of a new model.
President guy? You just told me he isn't really the president.
He is not the president of the UCA. Rather, he serves as the president of APAC. APAC is a privately owned corporation responsible for the operation and oversight of APAS, a service provider to which we may delegate day-to-day governance.
I'm supposed to trust that? Oh, hello.
Your performance in Mexico was exemplary. We cannot thank you enough. Well done. Truly. I firmly believe that the only ones capable of expanding the network into Australia are those who helped establish it here at home. That means you, Sam. And you too, Fragile. APAS has determined that you have the highest probability of success in this endeavor.
APAS and the chiral network are all built on UCA tech. If you expand their reach beyond our borders, then you're expanding their influence as well, aren't you?
A valid concern.
And that also kind of raises the idea that we're not necessarily expanding the country, but we're expanding the corporation. And if the country doesn't necessarily have any power, if they are a figurehead for the corporation, then it's really the private corporation that is controlling everything.
Sam, it may interest you to
Like the
know
United Cities of America are just
Australia will
essentially
also serve a great
turning
role.
themselves into a
You see,
figurehead
the plate
for a
that connects North
separate
America and
power grab.
Australia only matured after you united America with the chiral network. On that basis, we believe that a new gate will manifest somewhere within Australia once full chiral connectivity is achieved. At that time, APAS should have sufficient data to calculate the location of other points of connection between continents. With this information, APAS can then proceed to extrapolate the positions of these landmasses. In other words, this mission is not just about linking up a single continent. By connecting Australia, we will be one step closer to reclaiming a pre-Death Stranding world where
First,
everyone
Australia.
has greater
Well, I mean, second,
I
Australia.
hope my answer alleviates
No.
your concern.
Third, Australia.
Guess so.
Then the world.
Tell me, though.
Also, I guess Canada didn't count?
He may speak for me as necessary. to ensure the operation proceeds according to plan. Our corporation, however, will calculate what factors are essential for your success and will provide you with direct support. Welcome aboard, Sam. Charlie, we'll take it from here.
Thanks.
It will be your job to travel the continent and connect the people, Sam. But know that everyone on this ship is ready and eager to back you up. You won't be on your own this time.
So, you're gonna do it?
Did it before. Seems like the only thing I'm good at.
And the giant mannequin smile in the background. So wait, is the puppet staying with us? In our room? Doll man? Also, what was the sister's name? Amelie?
Did you manage to get some sleep, Sam? I'd like to take a moment to go over the details of the request that Drawbridge has agreed to handle. Access the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal when you're ready to proceed.
Looks like you've been supplied with a Drawbridge crew hat. Try it on for size. I have a feeling it'll suit your style.
The story so far. All right, let's have some cryptobiote. I think we need to have something more than just a cryptobiote. I think Sam needs some tacos in his life. I'm not saying it's going to fix all of his problems, but have you seen an unhappy person with tacos? Although I suppose, yeah, drinking like 3 cans of chiral tea versus 3 cans of Monster is probably healthier for you. I don't even know what's in the chiral tea. But I want to say that Sam was just drinking, like chugging regular Monsters. Not the sugar-free ones, too. That's what, like 40... Oh, yeah. Dollman is staying with us and watching us drink too many cans of chiral tea. Shall we put on a hat? Yeah, Dollman has an outfit. Why me? Oh, I didn't even realize hats had a function besides just decorative. When worn, it slightly slows the rate at which stamina is depleted. It is imbued with burning passion for Kojima Productions. Aw, yeah. Who needs sun protection? Luden's inspired sunglasses. They look like I'm cosplaying as a superhero. Oh, you could just make regular glasses out of them. All right, let's use the bathroom.
Hi, Sam.
Tarman. Yeah. Cat. I don't know the name of the cat. Ah, we even shower with the ring. All right, let us go back to the surface. Get out there. Reconnect things with the chiral network.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
What was his number? BB-28?
All right, Sam. Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid. To begin with, you'll connect several facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott. Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept of formal governance is a distant memory to most, they opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA technology, they should be able to make a full recovery.
What are you supposed to be, some sort of government agent?
If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land, and we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralium readings throughout Australia.
Which probably means some bosses to fight.
A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultra deck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but he likes to get his hands dirty whenever he can. He's been an excellent advisor to us as well. I say this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
All right, where are we going? This is job number 9.
Updating with new data supplied by drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage. Commencing route creation.
I was going to say, why is this a photo spot? Pass through during the orange glow of the sunset, and you'll see a landscape you won't soon forget. All right. Though in order to get there, I need to cross over 2 rivers. There's a warning of BTs over there. You know, let's go over here first. We'll take the scenic route, and that's the idea. Huh. Why is there a climbing anchor there by itself? There.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power. Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
Huh. Activating an enhancement requires you to create an unbroken connection to it using your available memory. Your enhancements can be freely changed whenever you have a chiral network coverage, allowing you to select a bespoke loadout for your specific orders. Let's see. Generates sound waves that are precise inverse of those made by Sam's footsteps, effectively neutralizing them and rendering his movements almost silent. Improves your bullets. Alright. Doubles the terrain scanner range. That's also good. It reduces its overall detection area to increase the range. I don't know what that means. Supposedly, it also makes the contents of your canteen taste better. Looking towards the sky when in compass mode displays the weather forecast for your current location. Alright. The forecasts are highly accurate, but not infallible. Make sure you don't look directly into the sun. Well, let's get improved bullets. That seems good. Sound cancellation, also good. Double range, that doesn't seem bad. I haven't really used either of those, so let's hold on to our memory. What do we have on our person? Ooh, okay, we have choices. Place that on our tool rack. Could probably replace that one day. Grenade pouch. And grenade pouch again. I think that's it. Utility. Ladder? All right. PCC level 1. But I have to be in the chiral network to actually build anything, so I don't necessarily need to carry it on my person yet. That way. Fragile? Let's see if our bike is still there. It is. Fantastic. possibly not the most scenic way to travel, but you know, we've spent quite a lot of time.
Anybody out there?
Can I look at a map? Ah, thank goodness. Yeah, I was considering bringing the PCC kit along, simply because I could possibly build a bridge over one of these rivers, but that is actually beyond the scope of the Corellium network. Though it's interesting that I'm seeing quite a few of other people's creations already. Like this bridge over here. I don't know if this will necessarily... Thank you for the overcharging. I probably should have liked that. Hold on. Private Smoky Nuts. Wow, thank you, Private Smoky Nuts, for your bridge.
Are you okay, Sam?
I was okay, but we seem to keep getting interrupted by things.
Your order deck's twitching. There must be a BT somewhere nearby. Keep an eye on your order deck's movements as you proceed.
Also, where did the thing I dropped go? Should I be racing through the countryside while the Audric is detecting BTs? I mean, I was planning to evade BT country. Let's check our cargo. What did we lose? I don't think we lost anything. Or no, we used up blood from our blood bag. Okay. Due to the damage. Okay. My terrible driving does affect the container's damage. I think that's what I was worried about last time, but I had yet to confirm it. I will try my best to not drive like some sort of crazy stuntman. Maybe the driving is not necessarily the best choice for me, simply because of the damage that I've been causing my containers because of it.
Sam, look. There are wild animals nearby.
Ah, okay.
Creature.
All right, let's load the last save data. I feel as though that this has not gone particularly well. We haven't gotten that far, and that's fine.
Please take care.
Australia added to photo mode. Yes, it's quite possible that the usage of the motorcycle, while great for traveling around, is not a benefit for me in multiple ways. Yes, 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 we are aware of the BTs in this location.
Your ultra deck's twitching. There must be a BT somewhere nearby.
Just
Keep an eye
one?
on your ultra deck's movements as you proceed.
I'm sure it's out there. What is this? Ah, PCC level 1. It's a good thing I didn't even bother making one for myself, because it's just right there on the way. Alright, and now I shall probably not run over living things. Wild animals. And Lou... I guess let's call him Lou until we get a more proper name. Lou will not be upset with me for running over a wild animal. Yeah, but we have some more chiral crystals we can collect on our way to the photo spot. Unfortunately, it is not during sunrise, or was it sunset, that it was recommending me stop by. Either way, we're definitely not going to be showing up at the pristine time to utilize this photo mode. Let's see. What poses can we give for Sam? There we go. All right, now where are we going? We're going east. East. Always to the east. Yes. Back across the same river I crossed in order to get to the photo op, but that is the sacrifice you make for great photos.
Might there be somewhere we can cross more easily?
Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. No, Dollman, you are going to have to be son of a... I did not realize this river was so deep. Come, come. Okay, let's check our cargo. Ah! This is what we get for taking the scenic route. All right, let's take a look at this map again. Redraw our route. There we go. We're just going to take a one-way route directly. I mean, I guess we can only do so direct, but I feel like I'm going to try not to do this anymore. I swear. I'm going to try.
Who calls for comfort?
I'm going to try not to save scum the entire game, because that will take this game, which is already long. And make it really long. What are you tripping on, Sam? Alas, I wish I could see where this BT is. Oh, hello. Are you dead? All right, let's grab these long life meals so that at the very least we can recover some semblance of accomplishment. Right. What is our cargo at right now? Our weight. We're at 20%. All right. It's fine. We have no bullets. I did not realize. Oh no, our weight is at 92.7. Our cargo capacity is somehow greater. Whatever we picked up is just really heavy. Alright, we're definitely going to have to avoid BTs from now on, simply because we have no guns. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. Okay, we still have a river to cross, but in theory, it's not going to be as bad as the previous time that we got swept away. Although this rocky terrain definitely makes this path a little bit less than ideal. Right. I see you, BT. Let's see. Can I just climb up this? Alright, let's grab these chiral crystals. Okay, and now in theory, if we stay alongside this part of the ridge, we should be okay. Or at the very least, there's going to be enough ridge for us to safely walk. Which I feel was a bold assumption on my part. But so far, we are doing a-okay. Despite the presence of that BT. Okay. We're gold. We're golden. Everything's going fine. I'm fine. How are you? And with our bonus quiet footsteps, that probably helps with our inverse sound technology. And see, that's the path that we have to take backwards for some reason. Huh. See, I wonder if this goes around and then slopes downward. That probably is safer. Yes. Okay, now it feels like we are in the free and clear. this river looks like it's short enough that we could probably... Like, Dollman did try to warn us. He did say, hey, maybe there's another point we could cross. And you know what? Okay, so what happened is I pressed X thinking that X meant confirm. X does not mean confirm in this game. Honestly, I would say a lot of buttons aren't in the right place in this game. But this is also one of the reasons why it's probably important for me, especially. Oh, carrying capacity is up. It's a level 3. Which is always important for me to be playing the same game both in a timely manner and more often. Is simply because like I'll forget the controls if given enough time and if given enough variation to the controls. Let us deliver this cargo finally. Which luckily has no damage to the contents. So who's running the government?
You're that bloke with drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo. That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. Now that's a sight for sore eyes.
Excellent.
We'd given up all hope of ever seeing this. I'm so glad he managed to bring it in. Like
From
everyone
old
says,
Oz.
people can count on. Already put that decontamination unit to good use.
Really?
Chirality levels had really gotten out of hand.
That was fast.
So you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
All right, more of Australia has been connected. It's old Oz. He's the man behind the curtain. The Bola gun, a weapon that fires strands to bind targets, rendering them immobile, effective against BTs and human enemies wearing any type of armor. Headshots on human targets bind the neck, knocking them unconscious. Shots are quiet, making it well suited for covert operations. How does it work on BTs? Does it just keep them... Is it temporary? Do they eventually escape? Adds a motion scanning function to the Audroduct. Several new backpack attachments are now available. Yeah, and more memory. Allows motion scanner results to be displayed for longer. Yeah, that sounds neat.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, we might be able to make our dream a reality. We want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination. Those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the plate gate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia.
So connections are causing the problem for the disconnected. So to stop that from happening, we have to keep connecting.
Use it to the best of your ability.
What's the situation in Australia?
UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. We've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent, as well as devastating floods due to heavy timefall. You have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure.
The data you shared?
Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it now to fire projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying.
Wait, did the attachments do something? Oh my gosh.
You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run. Oh, and last but not least, we patched through an Odradec update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road.
Chiral contamination was pretty bad, huh?
Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT.
Okay, can you go into details?
These ones are able to see us. Clear as day. As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're going to want to steer clear at all costs.
I thought I dealt with Watchers already. I'd best push on.
Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. Can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands a damn sight more effectively in any case. I'll filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
Alright.
That was excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knott, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
Thing is, I would like to go into a building. Okay, let's take on orders. They do not have to be completed, but completing them does bring benefits. Alright, I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.